When it comes to the production of this season, I can't even explain how it was rude. It was rude to me. It was so rude. And Haitian girl, right when that happened, I was like, oh, I'm done. I am absolutely done. How is it that they casted somebody of all the seasons in the freaking world, of all the seasons where they have casted people, how is it that they casted that girl for the Black Bachelor?
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda cute.
Don't need any more nigger big shots.
Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, it is not a reaction. I will be ranting in this video. Yes, ranting completely. So if you're one of those people that likes to be in a video and you know what's coming next and you know, oh, I can click here where she's gonna talk about that. Yeah, no, this is not that kind of video. So if you don't like that, please, I will see you in my next video. But for today, we are going to be talking about The Bachelor because for me, as a Black American, okay, African American, Nigerian at that, I took the time. I took the time and wasted it generously to watch this season of The Bachelor. Yes, the first Black Bachelor. And look, let me tell you something. I can't even believe how absolutely disappointed I was by the end of this season. I mean, I was at the tip top of the mountain and went all the way down into the depths of hell. I really disliked this season more than any other season that I've seen by far. By far. Let's just start with the fact that this person was casted. No hate towards this person, but Matt, look, sir, you were not ready to be on The Bachelor. You were not ready to be on The Bachelor. You know where you really should have went? You really should have went straight to therapy. And that is just me being 1000%. Because for me, I feel as if you have never brought a woman, a man, your person back home to your parents to evaluate if it's worth taking to the next step, I don't think that should classify you to be on The Bachelor. That's just number one. I think that the evaluations of how the family household is extremely important within a relationship and needs to be evaluated before putting somebody in the aspect of even being the bachelor, let alone having any sort of authority to pick which person that they want of a sea of people who have emotions and their own ties to their own family. No matter what that may be in your household, their family may be completely different from your family. So I say this to say that throughout the entire season, we see Matt basically talking about his issues within his childhood, from his parents being divorced, from his father not being there, all of that. So for me, I'm seeing this as, okay, so he's most likely going to tie along with somebody who has that similar background, who I thought was Bree, but Bree didn't make it to the end, as you saw. Now, when I saw him reject Michelle, I was shook. I thought that him and Michelle were gonna work out until it got cringeworthy when she started bringing out the Mr. and Mrs. James jerseys, and then from there I was like, oh, this man ain't even. He ain't even interested, yet he's been holding her hand, picking her first, giving her roses, climbing off of buildings to a bomb fire chair, whatever that moment was. Child, what? And then you're gonna tell her that you're not interested? Look, that highly upset me because for me, it was like she was brand new. She came in and took the spots of people that you definitely could have been given more time to, but you didn't do that because you saw something in Michelle, which you then in turn rejected once things got serious. So, what? Huh? I'm confused. And then when you did that, you still had nothing for Rachel. I mean, even with everything going on with that scandal, you weren't like, oh, I just know Rachel's the one and da 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 da. Like, no, it was like, oh, this is what's left. Like, that was definitely the energy, which, again, not surprised that you guys did not end up together. Definitely not surprised. But I do feel like the entire way that you handled it was just not cool. Props to Michelle for bringing out the fact that you always say thanks for sharing, because let me tell you something. Every time I saw a woman talk to you or feel any sort of connection with you, and then you would say thanks for sharing, or you would smile or look at them or give them a kiss, or even keep your eyes open while you give them a kiss for saying thank you, I was mourning. Okay, I was mourning because look, you done killed all the juices in that vagina. I don't see how any of these women were anywhere close to interested with thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing? Okay. So that lets me know you're not interested. And that's that. I'm not really understanding what this man needs, but for me, after seeing the entire season, he needs to go into therapy. And I don't think he needs to do it alone. I think he needs to bring in his mama and his daddy too. Because if he wants the life and the level that he's looking for, at least from what it seems, yeah, we're gonna need some psychiatric help. You're gonna need something to come in to, unite whatever is broken, because I think that that would help. I mean, I'm definitely not the person to give advice when it comes to love, but I do think that that is something that would absolutely make it so much more easier for you to see and pick and choose who is best fitted for you. When it comes to the production of this season, I can't even explain how it was rude. It was rude to me. It was so rude. Like, I just felt like somebody was sitting behind a desk and was like, "Oh, we have COVID. We have all these things going on. Like, this is gonna be awful. Oh my God, this is the perfect time to do a Black Bachelor. Let's have a Black Bachelor right now." Even the end. Okay, look, I already knew that Chris Harrison wasn't gonna be there, but that freaking after the final rose ceremony was awful. It was just so bad. It was really, really bad. And it was sad to see Rachel sitting over there saying she was still in love with Matt. And let's touch on that real quick, because look, I don't know what Rachel wants, but from the look of it, it is not Matt. I don't know if she wants the ring, the title, the fame, the clout. I don't know what it is, but Rachel, baby girl, you are not in love with Matt. I don't think Rachel's ever been in love. Like, she doesn't strike me as somebody who is getting it. I don't know why, because I loved her in the beginning. Like, don't get me wrong, I really, really liked Rachel in the beginning. Of course, with her scandal with the plantation girl, right when that happened, I was like, oh, I'm done. I am absolutely done. How is it that they casted somebody, of all the seasons in the freaking world, of all the seasons where they have casted people, how is it that they casted that girl for the Black Bachelor? I'm not saying it was, you know, planned, but I just feel like that was ridiculous. Like, it just didn't make any sense. And for her to make it all the way to the end on top of that was really sad to see. It was just a pitiful, pitiful season. So pitiful. With that being said, remember when Matt's father came in and they had that powwow and it was getting a little heated, but then, they wrapped it up and they hugged or whatever and it seemed like everything was good? Why didn't they do that at the end? I'm not understanding why they didn't do that at the end, because it made no sense to me to why they brought in Matt's brother instead of Matt's father. I mean, I understand why they brought Matt's brother in, because of the fact that maybe Matt's father didn't want to be there, but I felt like it was a little shady. So I'm seeing Matt's entire family the entire season, and then boom, plop, at the end, the last episode, you're gonna bring in Matt's brother, who I have not seen or even really seen him talk about, and he barely even showed any pictures. So then when I saw his face, I was like, that's Matt's brother? I was confused and I was lost. Then he had a gold grill, he had the braids, everything. Like, for me, it was like, okay, that's Matt's brother, cool, but why are y'all just now showing him at the end? Like, it made it seem as if they put him at the end because they were like, oh, he doesn't fit our look, he doesn't fit, what we want for the Bachelor, so we're just gonna put him at the end instead of actually like bringing him into it. Like, when they had brought in Tyler and they're like, oh, this is Tyler, this is his best friend, blah blah blah, that should have been the time where they should have brought in Matt's brother along with Matt's father, where they would have had a powwow where it was more family concise. Like, I'm really trying to figure out, 'cause I don't know, I'm really not like Bachelor stan, so I don't really know about like the production, but don't they have like therapists or like family psychiatrists or like people that are a part of that team to alleviate any problems like this? Or have they just completely ignored that for years and years and years because they've always picked people with perfect families? Like, I don't really know, but it rubbed me the wrong way. It rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like it, and it was almost as if it was forced too, because his brother John was asking questions that normally, typically, the father would be asking. But what was strange to me is after Rachel talked to him, obviously I could just tell by her demeanor that she's already looking down on him like, oh, okay, this is Matt's brother. Like, I could literally just see it all over her. And then at the end, when they do their little interview, she's talking about, I just really hope that Matt's brother and Matt's mom liked me, or something like that. And I was just thinking in my head, like, first of all, why are you saying Matt's brother? Did you not just meet the man? The man's name is John. The man's name is John. So you can't show this man any respect at all. You're just gonna say Matt's brother at the end. John was his name. That was his name. I'm just saying, because I just felt like that was a little like, okay, so you just do not care at all about the person that you just met. Like, I can understand you saying Matt's mom, but for me, if I was literally in love with somebody and I was about to get a ring, babies, all of that, yeah, I'm calling Matt's mom by her first name and I'm calling Matt's brother by his first name. And that's on period. And I'm gonna be looking at people really crazy because that's my whole man. So yes, I'm going to be inserting myself into this family. Done. Huh? You did not sell it well. I don't know how Rachel got to the end. For me, I see it as two empty people who see something in each other, which is emptiness, because it didn't make no sense at all. And it's not even like a Rachel's white and, you know, Matt's black. Like, no, it's not even like that. They just don't look cohesive together. They don't look like they connect. They don't look like they click. They don't look like they TT and he together. They just do not at all whatsoever. So I'm over here like, Rachel, what are you in love with? Rachel sis, girl, what are you in love with? I'm just trying to figure it out because it's not Matt. It's not. I don't know what it is, but it is not Matt at all whatsoever. But I am really glad that he's not with her no more. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that he was just like, you know what, you have work that you got to do, because I don't think you can forgive it. I don't think you can forgive it because depending on what their response is gonna be, that's really gonna weigh a lot of weight on that thought process. Because knowing Rachel, she probably said something off the wall, just completely oblivious to what the heck is even going on. And that's probably why Matt was like, you know what? No, like, you have your own things that you have to work with. You have your own things you got to work through. And I can't do that for you. You got to do that by yourself. So I respect him for that. But I'm so sorry. That was such a bad season. Thank God that we have our beautiful Black Bachelorette, because Rachel, girl, she killed it. She killed it. But man, Matt, you really disappointed me. I'm so sorry, sir. I wish you the best. I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope you get what you are looking for too, because sometimes you do not find what you thought you was gonna get. Okay? Can I get an amen? Because child. Anyways, let me know what y'all thought about this video. Let me know if you want any more rants like this where I'm just kind of talking off my dome without really caring about what's coming out. I will definitely do so if the subject and the topic is worthy. Other than that, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
2 very boring minutes later.
Bye, Matt. Bye. And then we got the new bachelorettes. I'm done.
Pulling out the coupe in the lot, 12 for a SWAT, busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box.